suppose that you have to go to a coffee place near you with your friends, and you're searching for a good place. What we used to do before, that we used to ask our friends that, can you suggest us any place to go? But now we use our mobile phones. We go to Google search or any other search, and we just type a coffee place near me. So we get some results, and the starting results, like which has an written ad on the left side of it, are basically ads by any other new coffee place. But after that, you'll get some suggestions, like maybe Coffee Planet or Starbucks or any other good coffee place. Basically, those are the brands and coffee places which have done their SEO right. So today our topic is, what is SEO? Basically, SEO is search engine optimization in simple words. It is optimizing your website to be visible across search engines. According to the research, 67,000 searches are performed on Google every second. Can you imagine that? Every second people are searching for anything. They are searching for even those things which you are selling and which you are running your business on. What you can do is optimize your content according to those criteria which those search engines have created to be on the top. It is basically increasing the quality and quantity of traffic to your website through organic search results. There is a very lengthy procedure to optimize it according to the standards of those search engines, but yeah, it is possible. I think now we have told you about what the SEO is, so let's move toward why it's important. So as I said, that every second 67,000 searches are performed on Google. You have a lot of opportunity to improve your inbound marketing. SEO is basically inbound marketing, where people are searching for your brand, for your product. You're not taking time out of their, whatever they're watching and presenting irrelevant ads over them. They are searching for your product. And search engines are making it possible for them to reach to you. This is the most important point of SEO I can think about. But there are a lot of stats you're going to get amazed on. So according to Bright Edge, 68% of online experiences begin with a search engine. So as I explained, that people search on Google for even simple websites, to open the simple websites like Twitter and Facebook. And you can count how many times they're searching for each and everything every second of the day. And one other thing, SEO is not only about search engines, but it is basically improving the user experience and usability of website. Like when you optimize your search engine, you basically add some content. Let me give you a simple example. Like to make SEO to work, you will add details of your products, and you will add simple keywords and taglines, which will increase the experience of user and will give user more information about your product. If you upload the lightweight PNGs and JPEGs on your website, or even SVGs, it will take less time to load those images to your site, which will be a good experience for your user, and which will save them a lot of time. Like just imagine if you go to a website, let's suppose to Bata website, which is a shoe store in Pakistan. So if you open their website and if it takes like half an hour to load all of the images, you will get bored of that website and you won't use it again. You won't like your experience of going on that website. But the part of SEO is to lighter down the weight of all those images which you are uploading to your website, so it uploads in split of a second. So if someone opens your website and all of the images and all of the details they get in the starting seconds, there are more chances of them to staying on that website and buying something from it. So it just don't hire your ranks on search engines, but it also enhance the experience of users who are visiting your website. So okay, let's see. As I said before, that if you search on search engine to find any coffee place near you, so what shop will you click to go at the first? Like for me, I won't even go to the second page. I will find something from the first page, probably from the starting top 5 results. This is what blog.hubspot.com said, that top 5 results get 75% of the clicks. Basically, everyone who just search for the sake of just finding a good place, they find credibility in a top 5 search results, because they think like these are most famous places, these are most places which people go and research and search for. So there are more chances that they will go to top 5 results. And even some of the time, people have names in their mind. People have idea of the brand in their mind, and they don't basically remember their names. So if they want to search for that specific brand, then they go to 3rd page and 4th page and 5th page, but usually they'll just settle down on the first page. Let me give you an example. If I tell someone that I own a jewelry shop and such and such is my name, so if the person starts searching me and they don't remember the name of my brand, then they will go to even the 10th page to find my specific brand. Otherwise, if their point of search is just to find a jewelry store, they will get settled down on some top 5 results. If a digital brand get a new research, a new viewer, a new traffic, the primary resource for that traffic is search engine. Basically, as I told you, that even if I tell name of my brand or website of my brand to someone verbally, they won't even remember it by the time they get home. So if they have to find me, it's most probable that they will find me over search engine. If you are more visible on search engines, and you're ranking higher in search result than your competition, then it creates a very good impact on your brand. Like, just imagine, I'm selling a hoodie, and one of my friends is also selling a hoodie, and his clothes and his material is even better than mine, but I am on the higher ranks at search engines, and I am coming on those top 5 results. People will buy more from me than from that person, because they can't easily approach that person's brand. My brand is more visible online. My brand is easier to approach. I have added more information on my website, and I have added more easy to approach pictures and everything. So people will buy my brand, my product, more than my competitor. So greater visibility and ranking high in search result than your competition can have a material impact on you. So don't forget to optimize your website according to search engines. So we have already talked about what is SEO and why is it important. So the next step is to talk about advantages and benefits of SEO to your website. So why I was explaining that why it is important, I was basically also explaining the advantages of SEO. But to be more precise, when you have done your SEO right, you get quality traffic. Like, traffic is basically those people who come and click to come and visit your website. So whenever you have optimized your brand according to search engines, you get quality traffic who is in there to do business with you. As I told you, that it's inbound marketing. So they are with their own interest. You are not implementing your idea of purchasing from you on them. They are basically coming to you. So it is a very quality traffic. It is very refined traffic. So, and it is cost effective. Basically, if we upload any kind of advertisement online, like if we produce a DVC, if we go for PPC, which is paid per click ads or anything, we are paying to be visible. We are paying to be displayed there. But our audience are not there for us. Like they're not just searching for our brand, it's just they get an ad and maybe our ad change their mind and they buy from us. But at the time of SEO, they want to buy our product. See, the procedure of SEO is like really slow. You have to be very persistent and efficient, but it is very cost effective. And if you're a good brand, you won't even have to pay anything for it. Like Tesla is a very good company for cars, so they will get a lot of backlinking without even going for it. Every other good news feed will want to add their news in their magazine to tell what Tesla is doing and what is their new product and what are they launching in 2020. They haven't spent even one penny be there on getting their backlinks. Like, or if you say that if I talk about any artist, like Shah Rukh Khan is not paying to be in news, and even Radiohead, or if you talk about any good musician, Metallica, they are not paying anyone to be in the backlink of other websites who are relevant to their searches. So it is very cost effective in the sense of backlinking, and in the sense of on-site SEO. While you're creating your website, you just add your content to get ranked higher. It costs you nothing. It's just you just have to be persistent, have to be updated, have to be good in your business, and have to give information to search engines to highlight you. More information you give, the more highlighted you get, and the more authentic, the more good your product and your business is, the more other people will refer to your website. So this is the most cost-effective way, but yes, it takes time. Even if I start doing SEO for my website today, I won't see any result like for the next 6 months or maybe a year. But after a year, the results will be real, and it won't cost me anything. And it also increased brand value. So as I told you that people will go to the start 5 search results because they have better brand value. Each and every step of SEO basically increase your brand value. Like having good content increase your brand value, having easily loaded website, it increases the brand value. Like people see a website and they get like, this is an authentic website, I should buy from them, I should visit it more often. If it's a news, if you're just selling your news. So people, let me tell you a personal experience. Like I was talking to one of my friends who has opened a salon in Lahore, and we were just discussing something, and he said that I want to have a website better than because when people will visit my website, they will feel that this is an authentic website. Their aesthetics are good, their content is good, their work must be good. And then next day he met me and he said, website is not that good. So he didn't like the design. So the brand value which he had for that specific salon, it decreased by viewing that website. I'm not making up the story. This is really what happened to me, and it made me realize that how important it is to have a good website, optimizing it according to search engine, and making all that extra effort to have a great brand value. Because in the end, if I'm searching for a hair salon near me, and if I don't get that famous brand in 5 searches, I will most probably go to the starting first or second suggestion which I'm given by my search result. And yes, it gives us competitive advantage, as I said before. Like if my product is there in that search engine which people are searching, 67,000 people are searching every second, I have a competitive advantage to have more sales, to have more clients. than my competitor, because he's not there. He's not working on his online appearance. He's not working on his SEO basically. So no one will go to second page, no one will go to third page, no one will go to fourth page. So you have to be on the first page at least. And don't worry if you're just working on it, if you're starting to working on it, or if it has been a year of you working on your SEO and you still doesn't show on first page something. But don't worry, if you stay persistent, you will land on the first page 2 years from now, 3 years from. So it's a slow procedure, but once you're done with it, you'll have your competitive advantage. And basically you can say that SEO is your goodwill in that online market. It is your intangible asset. Basically, it's your goodwill.
Thank you, Ramin, for explaining us what SEO is and how it can be beneficial for other businesses. Now I'm going to explain you what are the types of SEO and how it can be implemented on our websites to improve our search presence on top of the search results. There are 4 types of SEO techniques that you can use on your websites to make your website more appealing and helpful for other businesses. First type of SEO technique is on-page SEO. According to Impact, almost 57% of marketers said on-page SEO technique is more beneficial than other SEO tactics. So what is on-page SEO and how we can implement that on our website? First thing that we need to keep in mind is title tag. Title tag is what our website is showing on our top of the page, beside our SMG. If I take an example of our marketing group, SMG, beside SMG we are having a name of our smart marketing group. That is a title tag that we need to add on our website for Google to know what our brand name is and what we represent. Secondly, what we need to do is adding a unique description for our website, so that Google can know what our businesses do and what it can be helpful, how it can be helpful for the user. Most importantly, what we need to do is create a best and appealing design for our user to like our website. If our design is not good, if the user is not liking how our website is looking, how our URL is showing to the user, or how our URL structure is assigned, then user is going to bounce back, which is not good for SEO health. So other things that we can use to optimize our on-page SEO is adding in keywords onto our blogs. Now most of the businesses are going for content writing, but only content writing is not good for SEO's health. What you need to do is try to research keywords, and not only short tail keywords. Now what industries are going for is long tail keywords. Long tail keywords are meaningful long sentences that can help user know what you're trying to explain. Just take an example. If I'm looking for a web agency on Google to help create my website, what will I search on Google? I will try to find an SEO agency near Islamabad or near Islamabad, Pakistan, that can help my business grow. So the word that I just said, SEO agencies or web development agencies in Islamabad, is a long tail meaningful word that can help improve my blog, my website rank better on Google. This is the first step to improve your on-page SEO. Secondly, you can install different plugins onto Google, such as Yoast plugin that is used on WordPress. If you are familiar with WordPress, you can install Yoast SEO plugin. And what you can do with Yoast plugin is add in keywords. First, you need to research long-tail keywords. Researching long-tail keywords is not a difficult thing. You can just find long-tail keywords on a site that is called answerthepublic.com. You can add in a keyword such as SEO agencies or web development agency. You will find a lot of long tail keywords that a user is searching for. After you know what long tail keyword user is searching for, you need to add in a single keyword onto the keyword section Yoast plugin is showing you in the blog section of your website. Yoast free plugin is only allowing you one keyword at a time, but if you want more keywords, you need to buy that plugin. Second thing, what you need to do is add in a meta description. Meta description is generally for Google, not for us. Google uses meta description to identify what your blog is all about and where your blog should be ranked. So how can we optimize a meta description? After you have found out what long tail keywords are good for your blog, you need to try to add in that those long tail keywords into your meta description. It is not too long. The minimum length, I think, it should be of 55 to 65 characters long. Not more is allowed. But you need to add in keywords so that your website can be optimized in a perfect manner. And other than that, your blog should not be less than 300 words. If your blog is less than 300 words, Google will count it as a thin content, and thin content is what thin content means is Google is not going to rank your blog on Google. So try to add more than 300 words onto your blog, and if you really ask me, it should be more than 600 words, because now SEO agencies such as Ahrefs and HubSpot are trying to emphasize on writing more than 1800 to 3000 words, because it is a lot of competition out there for content writing. There are millions of blogs out there. If we want to compete with those big giants, we need to write more than 2000 3000 words to be competitive. So now moving on to our second type of SEO, which is off-page SEO techniques. Off-page SEO refers to all those techniques that are not related to your website that can help you build your web presence outside your website, such as social media presence. Normally what we use is Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, and other social media channels, building our social media presence. All those building your social media presence, designing videos, posting our videos, webinars, all these things comes into off-page SEO techniques. Secondly, what you can do is hire influencers which have influence over societies, which have influence over businesses that are relevant to you. They can help you promote your business in a better way. I just take an example of Huawei. Huawei is a very good example. They use a lot of influencers, especially in Pakistan. I don't know about other countries, but they use influencers in Pakistan. Oppo uses in Pakistan. Q Mobile was a brand in Pakistan that uses influencers to improve their web presence. Also, like Ramin just gave an example of Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan is also an influencer of many brands. They use big influential people to improve their brand image. When the brand image is improved, definitely their web presence or their brand image or website traffic going to improve. These are all linked. Secondly, what you can do is build guest posts. If you are not familiar with what guest posting is all about posting your blogs, your content free on other sites, such as HubSpot is allowing guest posters to post on their website. It does not pay us, but it will definitely improve my image. If my image is improved, my brand is going to be recognized as well. Such as Forbes also allows us to guest post, entrepreneur.com allows us to guest post. These are all the brands. There are plenty of brands that allow us to guest post on their website. Guest posting allows us to build our backlinks along with our brand image. Also, other techniques to build our backlinks is I know a person such as Neil Patel or Brian Dean, these are big SEO giants. If I want them to link to me, what I can do is email them, and first I have to just write a content that is linking to their product or something, and we can email them. This can help you build backlinks, and backlinking is the most important part on SEO industry till now, because if a credible brand links to your website, it definitely improves your domain ranking. Our domain ranking is a technique used by Moz. Moving on to our third technique, which is technical SEO techniques. Technical SEO techniques are not related to marketing people. They are mostly linked to technical developers, but these are some things that we need to assess if we want our website to perform better. First step is to improve our website load time. Load time, according to Google, minimum load time should be under 2 seconds. If your website loads in more than 2 seconds, your performance or your user going to move to other businesses. Or if your website is loading in more than 2 seconds, your user can bounce, and bounce rate is never good for a business. Secondly, what you need to do is improve your mobile friendliness. Now, more than 50% of our users are searching any website or any brand through mobile. If your website is not mobile friendly, you can lose a lot of sales. If you want to check your mobile friendliness, you can go Google Mobile Friendliness Checker. That can help you know if your website is mobile friendly or not. Secondly, you need to optimize your website structure. Site structure is very important in your technical SEO processes. If your website site structure, such as your tabs or your URLs, are not optimized enough, if your website is showing errors, 404 errors and other errors, then your site is not going to rank on Google. Other than that, what you need to do is try to add SSL certificate to your website, because Google is not going to rank your website if your website is not HTTPS. If your website is not, HTTPS stands for secured website. If your website is not secure, it is not going to consider it for Google top search pages. Last but not the least, what you need to do is in technical SEO processes, if your website has canonical pages are all those pages which have duplicate content, such as if I've written a blog on importance of SEO technique and it has 2 pages with similar content, you have to add in a code of canonical pages onto Google to tell them that these are the same pages. Don't consider it as a copy or duplicate content, because duplicate content is never good for SEO. Now moving on to our last technique, which is voice SEO. Voice SEO is most important factor at least in 2020. Most of us are searching for whatever we are searching for through Google voice SEO search results. For example, I want to find a restaurant in Islamabad. I'm going to search a long tail keyword such as find me a restaurant near Islamabad F10 or G10 or whatever places you have in your mind. You will try to find search for a long tail keyword, which is a meaningful word that Google knows what your brand you are searching for. If you want to optimize your website according to voice searches, you need to add in long tail keywords onto your blogs, onto your keywords, meta description, and so on. So that's it for these SEO types. Now, if you want to know what tools you can use for optimizing your site on Google, I will guide you about these 5 to 10 tools that can be helpful for you if you're using WordPress. WordPress has W3 Total Cache plugin, which can help you load your website even better. Normally we add images which are very heavy. W3 Cache plugin can help you load your images faster. That can help any website load faster. Next is Smooth Image Compression plugin, which is specially made to optimize images that can help images load in a better way. I have already guided you what Yoast SEO plugin is, so I won't further explain you what that is. Last plugin what I am going to explain you is Sitekit. Sitekit is a new plugin that is introduced by Google that can help you analyze your website presence or website issues in WordPress, such as we normally use Google Analytics to analyze our social media presence and our website issues and where our traffic is coming from and how our traffic is improving and when our traffic comes to our website and what time our traffic is improving, what time our traffic is not getting that much traction. These are all the things that Google Analytics is used for. So you can use Sitekit for that. Sitekit is also helping you analyze your keywords. So I think that's it for my side.
Hope you guys enjoyed our webinar. We will join you again for a new topic, what Google Eat is. Like, we'll explain you that Google wants to eat.
Thank you, Rami. In our upcoming webinars, I'm going to explain you how you can audit your website after you're done with your on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and your voice SEO. Thank you.